Tom, my water just broke. I need you to come home right now. The contractions are getting stronger.
Right now? Are you sure?
A lesson? What are you planning to do?
You'll see. He's got to pay for how selfish he's being. Justice is justice. He needs to understand the consequences of his actions.
Mom, you're scaring me a little.
Don't worry, I'll deal with everything. You don't need to do anything. Just focus on resting and recovering.
No, I'm worried. Tell me what you're planning to do.
Don't worry, it won't cause you any trouble. Just one thing, ignore any messages from him, okay? Don't answer him until I tell you to, no matter what.
Well, I wasn't planning to reply anyway.
She's just jealous. It's so immature. She always tried to come between us.
Immature? A man who goes on vacation with his sister instead of being with his wife during labor, calling the woman who had to go to the hospital and give birth alone immature? The woman who died calling your name?
No, sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I didn't have bad intentions. Those angry messages I sent earlier were just because I was frustrated about being ignored. Please, tell me this isn't real.
I thought you were a slightly better man than this. I thought you'd immediately apologize and show remorse when you heard about Sarah. After all, you made Lisa delete those photos, didn't you? That means you knew it would look bad. I thought you must have realized your behavior was wrong.
Huh? Well, maybe it wasn't the best thing to do, but there were circumstances. The timing was just unfortunate.
Yet here you are making excuses, and you haven't even asked about your child.
Huh? Oh God, the baby!
You don't care about the baby at all, do you? That's it, right? A normal person would be asking about their child, but you've just been making excuses to try and prove that you've done nothing wrong.
Well, I just naturally assumed. I thought the baby died too, didn't it?
Oh, you naturally assumed that, did you? Interesting that your mind went there.
Well, yeah, wasn't that the impression you were giving? Why are you being so cryptic?
My goodness, you really are completely hopeless. Your wife dies and you're more worried about how I'm speaking to you?
What's with you? You're being so disrespectful. I'm grieving too. Why can't you just give me a break?
It's amazing that you can get angry right now. You're even worse than I imagined. I thought you'd be remorseful and suffering.
Of course I'm suffering. My wife is dead and you're playing mind games.
Are those your real feelings, or are you just worried about what people will think?
This is ridiculous. I'm not gonna sit here and be mocked like this. Sarah wouldn't want this. She wouldn't want you treating me this way.
I think Sarah's the one being mocked here. Well, it seems trying to talk sense into you won't work with you. At least, nothing I say will get through to you.
What are you talking about?
The only person you'll listen to is Lisa, right? I heard she had no idea Sarah was in labor.
What did you say to my sister?
I heard she's very disappointed in her brother for going through with the overseas trip in such a situation.
What do you mean? Did you tell her about this? You had no right!
Apparently, you told Lisa that Sarah hated her, so it was better not to interact with her. You made Sarah look like some mean sister-in-law who just hated your sister for no reason.
What did you say to Lisa? This is ridiculous! Those were private conversations!
My, you seem more panicked now than when you heard about Sarah's funeral. You really do love your sister more than anything, don't you?
Damn it, Lisa won't answer her phone! Did you really tell her about this? What exactly did you tell her?
Of course I did. It was the only way to teach you a lesson. Besides, Lisa would be mortified if people knew she went on vacation with her brother while his wife was in labor.
My sister won't answer the phone! This can't be happening!
She won't answer ever again. She says she's cutting ties with you.
What? No, she wouldn't do that!
I actually wanted her to scold you herself, but apparently she doesn't even want to speak to you anymore. I can't blame her. Instead, I'll probably just have to share all of this with your company and see what they say about all of this.
That's impossible!
about our child. The few times he mentioned the baby, it was only in the context of trying to get me or Lisa to talk to him again. Lisa was genuinely disappointed in her brother and hasn't contacted him since this incident. She later told me that she had no idea I was so close to my due date. Tom had told her the baby wasn't due for another 2 months. She felt horrible about the whole situation and has become one of my strongest supporters. Tom ended up losing his home, his family, and his job. The truth about his actions during the birth spread quickly through our community, and his workplace found his behavior unacceptable. The loan he took out for the overseas trip with his sister kept growing as he couldn't pay it back, and though he hung around town trying desperately to reconcile at least with his sister, he eventually had to leave town to escape his debt collectors. His parents were devastated by his behavior. They had always known he was overly attached to Lisa, but they never imagined he would abandon his wife during childbirth for a vacation. They've since become wonderful grandparents to my child, making up for their son's absence with double devotion. I have no idea where he is or what he's doing now. Given how much he embarrassed himself, he probably can't ever come back to this town. My mom was shocked that Tom turned out to be such a horrible person. And she kept scolding me, asking how I could have married such an idiot. I don't know the answer to that myself. Looking back, there were warning signs. The way he always prioritized Lisa, how he would dodge responsibility by saying he had something to do, his habit of turning situations around to make himself the victim. But when you're in love, you often excuse or ignore these red flags. Now, I'm raising my child as a single mother. While there are many challenges, I'm able to live a very happy and fulfilling life thanks to the help I get with childcare from my mom, Lisa, and Tom's parents. Lisa especially has become like a real sister to me, something I never expected when this all began. She often babysits and brings presents for the baby, determined to be the best aunt she can be. Sometimes people ask me if I regret how everything turned out, but I don't. That day showed me exactly who Tom was, and while it was painful, it was better to learn then than years later. My child will grow up surrounded by people who truly care, rather than with a father who would always put their own desires first. Where are you? The ceremony starts in 30 minutes. Jack, please respond. The officiant is asking about you. My parents are getting worried.
What's with all these calls? I'm trying to enjoy my afternoon in Hawaii here.
What? Hawaii? Is this some kind of joke? Please tell me you're joking.
Yeah, I'm on a family vacation, so stop calling.
A family vacation? Today? Are you serious? Jack, please answer me.
Why are you being so persistent? Can't a guy enjoy his vacation?
Wait, hold on. Do you know what day it is?
Is it your birthday? No, that's not it. You don't even have a birthday, right?
I do have one? How do you think I came into existence? But no, it's not my birthday. It's an even more important day than my birthday. How could you possibly think I don't have a birthday? Jack, think carefully. What's happening today?
More important than a birthday? Is it like a death anniversary or something?
Okay, that's super unlucky, so let's move away from the topic of death. It's the complete opposite of a death anniversary. It's supposed to be the start of something, not the end. Do you get where I'm headed?
Oh, so it is your birthday, man. I totally forgot. Happy birthday, Sarah.
No, not my birthday. It's an important day for both of us. I'm standing here in my wedding dress, Jack. The guests are all waiting.
All right, today's the garbage collection day. I've got a pile building up at home. I should have thrown it out before I left for my flight.
Today is our wedding day. I'm at the venue right now. Everyone is here waiting for you.
Huh? Oh yeah, I forgot today was our wedding. But I'm in Hawaii with my mom and dad right now, so we'll have to postpone the wedding.
What do you mean postpone? What are you talking about? Are you serious? How do you just forget your own wedding? We just had the rehearsal dinner 3 weeks ago. Are you crazy?
Of course I'm serious. I managed to get on a plane, didn't I? You can't get on a plane if you're crazy.
That's not what I mean. What were you thinking, standing up the wedding venue? Do you have any idea how many people are here? How many arrangements we made?
Well, I forgot about it, so what could I do? Besides, I'm being a good son here. That's a legitimate reason to skip it, right?
There's no legitimate reason to skip your own wedding. Do you have any idea how many people you're inconveniencing? The caterers are here. The photographer is here. My entire family flew in for this.
But I had a promise here, too. It's like having to break one promise or another, like that trolley problem thing, you know?
Don't compare them. The wedding was planned first. It was decided more than 6 months ago. We sent out invitations months ago. We've been planning this for half a year.
Yeah, sorry about that. I know I messed up. With my job transfer and everything, we couldn't meet to talk before the wedding, right? We haven't seen each other for like 3 weeks since the final planning meeting.
That doesn't mean you can forget about it. I seriously can't believe this. 3 weeks isn't even that long. We've been texting every day. I literally reminded you about the wedding last week. I couldn't believe I even had to remind you, but this is ridiculous.
Well, you've gotta believe it because it happened. Whether you believe it or not, reality won't change.
Stop trying to sound cool. Ugh, this is so infuriating. My entire family is here watching me get humiliated. The venue staff is asking what to do about the food.
That's harsh. I'm just trying to be a good son here.
A good son? What about being a good fiancé? What about all our plans? What about our future together? You probably don't even think you did anything wrong. That's exactly what makes this so much worse.
Anyway, let's postpone the wedding. Oh, right. Could you apologize to my side of the guests for me? Thanks.
Yeah, about that. I wanted to ask, why hasn't a single one of your guests shown up? Not a single person from your side showed up.
Huh? Really? But I sent out the invitations. Mom helped me with them.
So clearly the invitations never got sent out. Only my guests are here. And how exactly are you planning to make up for canceling a wedding on the day of? Do you know how much this venue cost? Do you know how much the catering cost? Do you understand what you've done?
I got it. I'll send an apology video that you can play at the venue. That shows I'm sincere, right? Pretty noble of me.
There's nothing noble about that. Forget it. It's pointless expecting any sincerity from you. A video doesn't fix anything. How is that supposed to help?
Hey, why are you so angry?
Because you ditched our wedding. You'll regret this, you know. You've ruined everything we planned together. You've embarrassed me in front of everyone I know.
Don't make such a big deal out of this. I was just being a good son. We can have a wedding anytime, right?
No, we can't. This isn't some casual drinking party. This was supposed to be the most important day of our lives. We can't just reschedule a wedding like it's a dinner reservation. All the deposits are non-refundable. All the guests took time off work to be here. My relatives flew in from other countries. How can you be so casual about this?
Listen, Sarah, Jack didn't mean any harm, so you should forgive him. Not forgiving other people just shows how mean-spirited you are.
You're messaging me now while you're in Hawaii with my fiancé on our wedding day?
Now, Sarah, let's be reasonable about this.
Reasonable? I'm standing in a wedding dress with no groom. Susan, you knew about the schedule too, right? Didn't you think anything was wrong when Jack started talking about going to Hawaii? You helped with all the planning. You were at the venue check last month.
Well, yes, I did think about it.
What? What do you mean you thought about it? Did you know this was going to happen?
But I thought going to Hawaii with family would be more fun than having a wedding with someone like you.
Hold on, so you did this deliberately? You planned this? You knew exactly what you were doing?
Deliberately? That's such a dramatic way to put it. I just wanted to honor my son's wishes. Is that a crime?
His wishes? You manipulated him!
Such harsh accusations from someone like you.
So you were that against me marrying Jack? After 2 years of us being engaged? After all the time we spent together?
Well, you're certainly not worthy of being Jack's wife. Jack has the purest, most beautiful heart of anyone. He's such a sweet boy who not only took us on this Hawaii trip, but even bought us a condo as a gift. Someone like you would just taint him. It's pitiful.
Taint him? I won't do anything like that. Why would you think that? I've always supported Jack. I've been there for him through everything.
Well, it seems like you're having an affair.
What? What are you talking about? Where did that come from? What affair?
You're at the venue now, right? I heard there's an outdoor projector set up there.
Yes, there is, but what does that have to do with anything?
I arranged for a video to be played there. I'd love for everyone to see it.
A video? What kind of video? What are you planning?
Why, it's evidence of your affair, of course. Footage of you walking arm in arm with some man at night.
What? Wait a minute. What are you talking about? There is no affair. What footage? I've never cheated on Jack.
There's no point playing dumb now. We have evidence. Well, let's have them play it now.
No, I really have no idea what you're talking about. I'm pretty sure you've got the wrong person, Susan. Stop this right now. You can't just play random videos at my wedding.
The wrong person? I wouldn't mistake my daughter-in-law's face. This was filmed just last week. Now, would you ask everyone to direct their attention to the screen? They should all see this.
Wait a minute, that's not me! What are you trying to pull here? The staff is starting the video now.
So, they've shown it. I wonder how it went at the venue. Only your guests are there, right? Must have been quite embarrassing for you.
Well, yes, in a way it was pretty embarrassing. So I guess this means that you were the one that made sure that Jack's invitations didn't get sent out.
Of course that was me. It's only natural, isn't it? I couldn't let my son marry a cheater. And of course, that's not all. I'm also the one who showed Jack that flyer for the cheap Hawaii tickets.
I see. So you manipulated him into wanting to be a good son. You played on his feelings. You knew exactly how to trick him.
I made the flyer myself, with big text about a Bring Your Parents campaign. Jack's such a good son. He would never ignore a chance to treat us. I had already bought the tickets in advance, too.
Wow, Jack really is kind of an idiot, isn't he? He fell for everything so easily. You really know how to manipulate your son.
Excuse me, how dare you talk about my precious Jack that way? And you know, you're acting different from before. Maybe you're just acting out because you know your social life is over.
No, it's just, I don't know how to react anymore. Susan, what exactly was that video anyway? Everyone at the venue is pretty confused. They're all laughing.
What do you mean, what was it? Anyone could see it was footage of you embracing your affair partner on the street. How did the guests react? Was it quite the scandal?
Footage of me embracing my affair partner? Right. Susan, it looks like there might have been some kind of mistake here.
What? What kind of mistake?
Well, you see, the video that just played on the projector at the venue was of you dancing with a giant octopus, in quite an intimate way, I might add. Everyone here has it recorded on their phones now.
Huh? An octopus? What's that supposed to mean? What?
I should be the one asking what's going on. What happened to this supposed footage of my affair? Care to explain the octopus? It's quite a performance you gave.
I don't understand either. Wait, was it really me in that video?
Yes, it was definitely you. The guests have all dropped their serious mode after seeing it. I guess they realized how ridiculous this whole thing is. Everyone has recognized it as you. The lighting is perfect. The octopus is very detailed, too.
Oh, that man. He can't have.
Huh? Which man are you talking about? Someone who knows about the video, perhaps?
No, no, no! How did this happen?
That's what I'd like to know. How did we end up here? How did your plan backfire so spectacularly? Who helped you with this failed scheme?
Ah! Jack, honey, where are you? Could you come back to the hotel? There's something I need to discuss.
What is it, Mom? Is something wrong? Are you okay?
You had that friend Timothy who was good with AI, right?
Yeah, I brought him to our house once. He's a famous creative artist who does all sorts of AI design work. The one who showed us his portfolio?
Yes, well, I desperately need to get in touch with him right now. I have his number, but he's not answering. Could you try contacting him?
Huh? Why do you need to contact Tim? We don't need him during our family vacation.
Well, yes, but I have an urgent matter I need to check with him.
Huh? With Tim? What kind of urgent matter? Tell me, Mom. What's so important that you need him now while we're on vacation?
Well, you see, I commissioned him for some work. I asked him to create a video using AI, and just now I received the finished product, but the content is completely different from what I requested.
Oh, so you were one of Tim's clients? But you probably won't be able to reach him for a while. He mentioned having a big project deadline, but now that it's over, you won't be able to get through to him.
What? Why not? But how could such a mix-up even happen? He needs to fix this.
What did you ask Tim to make? Was it something important? Now I'm really curious. Tell me. I didn't know that you were so interested in AI artwork. What made you change your mind?
I told you, it doesn't matter.
If you say so.
Hello?
Hello? What is it now? Haven't you done enough damage? What more could you possibly want?
How are things over there?
How are things? Well, it's turned into something like a party. Everyone's been piecing things together, and we think we've figured out what happened. Your plan didn't work out quite like you hoped, and my guests are finding it quite entertaining.
What happened?
Susan, it seems you exchanged contact info with Timothy before, right? You were impressed by his AI generation skills and said you wanted to request something from him. This was when Jack introduced him to us. I was there too, remember? You kept asking about his work, about how realistic his videos looked.
So, what about it?
You planned to use AI to fabricate evidence of my affair, so you commissioned Timothy to make it for you. Isn't that right? You wanted to destroy my reputation and wanted to ruin our wedding day. But Timothy didn't like that request. That's why he switched it with this video of you dancing with a giant octopus. I heard you didn't know how to handle the data transfer, so Timothy sent the data directly to the venue staff. That's why you couldn't check the content beforehand. Am I wrong? He saw right through your scheme. He decided to teach you a lesson, and what a lesson it turned out to be.
No, I definitely saw you having an affair. AI generation? What are you talking about? I don't know any Timothy.
Susan, how are you going to explain this to Jack? I think he still wants to marry me.
I was planning to show Jack the evidence of your affair too, but somehow that video got switched.
What kind of mix-up could possibly lead to that? You know, coincidentally, one of today's guests knows Timothy. They worked on projects together. He recognized Timothy's video, and he says he knows exactly what happened.
Huh?
Apparently, they worked together before, and that giant octopus design was originally theirs. When he saw it, he instantly knew Timothy must have made it. After all, who else could use his octopus design? It's a very distinctive octopus, after all. Everyone's talking about it.
What's that supposed to mean? I don't understand anything about this digital generation anymore.
Susan, you're a terrible person. Admit it. You manipulated your son into ditching his wedding and tried to fabricate evidence of me having an affair. That's what everyone at the venue is talking about. They're sharing the video. You wanted to embarrass me, but instead, your reputation is ruined.
Wait, please. I just had a momentary lapse in judgment. Really?
A momentary lapse in judgment? That's rich coming from someone who bought Hawaii tickets in advance, made fake flyers, and planted them in the house. You planned this for months. You orchestrated everything. You tried to destroy my life.
But I only did it because I was thinking about my son. Please, I'm begging you to forgive me.
Why are you even apologizing? You could just ignore me, couldn't you? Unless something's changed. Unless someone found out the truth.
Well, that's...
I get it. Jack found out everything, didn't he? Even though you intercepted all the groom's invitations, there are still a few people here who know Jack. I guess they must have contacted him. They've shown him the video, and he knows everything now. That's why you're asking for my forgiveness, aren't you?
Please, I'm begging you to talk to Jack. I was only thinking about his best interests.
His best interests? By manipulating him?
Please, I can't live if Jack hates me. I love my son so much. I don't want to be apart from him. Please.
Unfortunately, I have no obligation to help you. You've lost your precious son's trust. Things probably won't go well for you from now on, so you might as well enjoy your Hawaii vacation while you can. You brought this on yourself. Your perfect plan backfired completely.
What's that supposed to mean? Are you mocking me? Making fun of me? I'll never forgive you.
Oh? Wasn't it you who said people who can't forgive others are mean-spirited? Your own words coming back to haunt you. How fitting.
Sarah, I'm rushing back right now. I don't know if I'll make it in time for the wedding, but...
You're in Hawaii right now, aren't you? There's no way you could make it in time. Plus, there's the time difference. It's already too late. Everything's already ruined.
Right, I won't make it. I'm sorry, Sarah. I heard everything from your friends. I don't really understand what happened, but I guess my mom set me up. I want to apologize, too. I'm sorry.
Look, while it's true that your mom manipulated you into forgetting the wedding date, it's still weird that you'd forget your wedding date no matter what kind of manipulation was involved. Who forgets their own wedding? How could you be so careless? Plus, when you realized you'd stood up the wedding, you didn't even seem sorry about it. You're pretty terrible yourself. And what's with this I want to apologize to stuff? You're one of the main people responsible for this train wreck. You're not just some bystander. This was our wedding. You were supposed to be here.
Hey, Sarah, why are you angry?
Of course I'm angry. I'm not marrying you anymore. How could I after this?
Wait a minute, I just got carried away with being a good son and the Hawaii trip. Now I understand that I did something terrible to you. Let me make it up to you. We can have another wedding, a better one.
Why did it take you until now to understand that? I liked your airheadedness, but this is too much for me to handle. Let's break up. This isn't something you can fix.
Hey, look, it's about the wedding costs and stuff, right? I can compensate you for that. I'll pay for everything, every single expense.
What?
That's what the people I know at the venue told me, that I need to do that. I'll work hard to pay it all. That's good enough, right? I can start paying tomorrow. I'll take responsibility for my mom ruining our wedding.
Of course you have to pay. I'll make sure to bill you properly, but we're not getting married. Never. That's absolutely not happening. Not now, not ever. We're done.
So I have to pay compensation and I can't get married? So what do I get from this?
See, that comment right there shows you're not sorry at all. Why are you expecting to get something out of this when you are in the wrong? You still don't get it.
But I can't believe I can't marry you! I've decided to cut ties with my mom and dad, so I'll be all alone! I can't believe this! I chose you over them! Isn't that enough?
Well, you've got to believe it because it happened. Whether you believe it or not, reality won't change. After that, I blocked Jack. He rushed back alone and quickly prepared to pay the wedding costs and compensation, hoping to get back together with me. But of course, I refused to marry him. Even someone as clueless as him finally seemed to understand that I had absolutely no intention of marriage anymore, and after that, he completely stopped contacting me. His mom and dad were left behind, and apparently, since Jack had their tickets, they were stuck in Hawaii. Eventually, they managed to arrange tickets to return home, but Jack had sold the condo he'd bought for his parents, so now they're both homeless and living in extreme poverty. They'll probably keep spiraling downward from here. I guess they got to enjoy Hawaii one last time. As for me, the wedding that Jack ditched turned into an unexpectedly lively party, and in a way, it became a really good memory. Although I was betrayed by the groom and ended up single. This story always gets a great reaction whenever I tell it, so I'm actually grateful for it now. Hey, I heard you're getting married. Pretty impressive for someone as plain and unintelligent as you. Your partner must be quite desperate to choose you as a wife. Why are you suddenly messaging me? Don't take that tone with me. Can't a mother be interested in her daughter's life? After 5 years of silence? I'm your mother. Of course I check when I hear my daughter is getting married. What kind of mother only sends toxic messages after years of silence? Besides, I never told you I was getting married. How did you find out? You really think you can keep secrets from me? Answer the question. You sent an invitation to Tommy, didn't you? I happened to see his RSVP. That's how I found out. You're still calling your grown son Tommy and snooping through his mail? That's creepy. It's not snooping. I was helping organize his desk. He's over 40. He doesn't need help organizing his desk. Oh my, jealousy is so unbecoming. I'm not jealous at all. I don't even understand why I would be. Don't pretend. You've always been jealous of Tommy's success. Success that you handed to him on a silver platter, you mean? Playing tough, aren't you? But I suppose you're right. You have no reason to be jealous. The difference in ability between you two is so vast, I sometimes wonder if you really share the same DNA. Excuse me? What? Did I hurt your feelings? You used to be tougher than this. No, I just can't believe you're still this delusional after all these years. Unlike you, Tommy graduated from medical school and became a doctor. He's my pride and joy. He's such a kind boy, still thinking about his worthless sister who cut contact as soon as she left home. Left home? You kicked me out! And you're one to talk about family when you wouldn't even call me by my name back then. Just that or this. How delusional are you to think you deserve any love from your daughter? You're still hung up on that? It was your own fault. My fault? How exactly?
That's because you weren't smart enough. You never got straight A's, not even close. And failing to get into medical school? Absolutely unacceptable. We didn't need someone like that in our family.
Fine, if you just message to insult me, don't contact me again.
Always running away when things get difficult.
I'm not running. I'm choosing not to engage with toxic behavior.
How can you be this dense? I can't believe how stupid you are. Why do you think I even bothered to contact you?
All I understand is that you hate me and can't stop insulting me.
The invitations! There weren't any for us.
Wait, don't tell me you were planning to come.
Of course we're coming. We're your parents.
Since when?
How cruel of you to say that! What kind of daughter doesn't want her parents at her wedding?
The kind whose parents kicked her out and haven't spoken to her in years.
That's ancient history. You're being childish.
I didn't even think you'd want to come.
Whether I want to or not isn't the point. You're supposed to send invitations to your parents. It's common courtesy. I'm worried about your ability to be a proper wife with such poor manners.
You don't get to lecture me about manners after how you've treated me.
Still so defensive. This is exactly why you needed stricter discipline.
But I hate that you have a point. It's infuriating.
Just send us the invitations.
You'll just use them to hurt me somehow.
Don't be dramatic.
demanded invitations just to pull out at the last minute?
Did you really think we'd come?
Then why demand invitations? To ruin my day?
That's right. You're so plain and stupid, you'll probably look awful in a wedding dress. I'd feel sick just looking at it.
Do you enjoy being cruel?
It's not cruelty, it's honesty.
Unbelievable! What kind of parent cancels their daughter's wedding at the last minute?
A parent who's ashamed of their failure of a daughter.
I'm a failure because I didn't become a doctor?
I don't consider someone who failed to get into medical school my daughter. I have zero interest in celebrating your wedding, so we won't be attending.
Then why ask for invitations? Why pretend you were coming?
To remind you of your place.
I can't believe how cruel you are. Are you sure about this? You won't regret it?
Regret what? Missing the wedding of someone who couldn't even get into medical school?
This is your last chance.
Of course not. I'm not so free that I'd attend a stranger's wedding.
Well, those horrible people just canceled. They're not coming.
What? When?
Just now, 5 minutes before the ceremony.
Seriously? I was expecting them to cause a scene at the venue, like throwing water at you or something. I never thought they'd just cancel.
They always manage to exceed our expectations, don't they?
Did she say why?
The usual, I'm plain stupid, not good enough to be her daughter.
Right. Forget them. Who needs them anyway? I'll escort you down the aisle, Sarah.
What?
Did you think I'd let my sister walk alone? I'll give you away.
But you're supposed to be seated already.
I'm not letting you walk alone. Besides, I've actually been wanting to escort you from the very beginning.
Won't Mom be furious if she hears about that?
That's the point.
Thanks, Tom. You've always protected me. You really helped me so much.
Don't thank me yet. Wait until you see how badly I cry.
You better not. If you cry, I'll cry.
It's a big brother's job to protect his little sister.
Even when she's over 30 and a failure to her parents?
Especially then.
Thank you.
And after this, I've had enough. We're executing the plan today. Can you tell Mark?
Today? Are you sure?
They crossed the line. Time to show them who we really are.
Sure, I'll let him know. He'll probably already suspect something after our parents canceling so suddenly.
That's Mark for you. He's sharp. All right, let's focus on the wedding first. I'll give you a proper escort. Oh, wait, hold on. I think I'm gonna cry.
Hey, it's too early for tears. At least wait until we finish walking.
I can't help it. My little sister's getting married.
Save it for until after the ceremony. You're going to make me ruin my makeup.
Fine, but I make no promises about my speech later.
Let us into the venue right now. We came all this way. How dare you keep us out?
You're not welcome here.
You can't keep us out?
Didn't you cancel? You said you weren't coming, so we don't have any seats available for you. Why are you here? It's certainly not to celebrate.
Tommy said he's cutting ties with us.
Oh, so that's what this is about.
Of course it is. What have you done to him?
I haven't done anything.
Don't lie to me.
What makes you think I've done something to him?
He sent a message saying he doesn't want parents who would cancel their daughter's wedding at the last minute. That's why we came. We're late, but if we attend now, it's not technically a cancellation, right? He won't cut ties with us if we're here.
You really think it works that way?
Just let us in to talk to Tommy.
You literally admitted you demanded invitations just to cancel. Don't think you can get away with such malicious behavior and still expect to participate on my special day.
That's not important right now.
It is to me. This is my wedding day.
Your opinion doesn't matter. Just let us in.
This is my wedding, and wow, you must be really panicking. Oh right, I forgot. Tom suddenly quit Dad's hospital and moved. terrible name. Stop it right now, please.
Was it really that bad?
It sounds like something from a bad action movie. It sounds even worse when you type it out. Please stop.
But it worked perfectly!
Well, yeah, it was a pretty good plan.
I figured since Mom was so obsessed with medical school, she'd kick you out if you said you failed to get in.
Did you really come up with that plan when you were drunk?
Best drunk idea I ever had.
It really is. Mom's face when I told her I failed, I still laugh thinking about it, even though I actually passed the test with flying colors.
You should have seen her face when I suggested kicking you out.
Yeah, even I was surprised when you said that.
She looked like some kind of chimera, a mix of demon, ogre, and devil.
Ew, I don't want to imagine that kind of chimera.
But that's exactly what she looked like. I was worried she might get violent, though.
strange. You must have forged documents or something. I should warn everyone about the quack doctor at this new clinic.
Be careful what accusations you make.
I'll tell everyone!
No one said I opened the clinic. The director is an elite doctor from a university hospital.
What?
You never bothered to check, did you?
Then who?
My husband and I opened the clinic together. The director is my husband.
Huh? Husband? Even if the director's your husband, he's still too young to open his own clinic. He must be, since he's Tommy's younger brother-in-law.
You really should have done your research.
What do you mean?
My husband is older than Tommy.
What?
He's almost 50, more than 10 years older than me.
That much?
Is that a problem?
No, I was just thinking it's no wonder he married you. He was desperate for a young wife, and nobody else would want a failure like... won't forgive you for going to that failure's place.
Failure? You mean Sarah?
Yes, she's always been useless at everything.
That was an act 2.
What?
Your precious son wasn't the only one acting.
Think about it logically. Even an average student would have some variation in their grades. Getting straight C's is actually pretty unlikely. You'd normally get some B's and D's mixed in. Yet she maintained those suspiciously consistent grades. She was clearly doing it on purpose. The fact that you never noticed shows how little attention you paid to her. Wait, that's impossible. Are you saying she deliberately got bad grades?
Finally figuring it out?
That can't be! Children want to be praised by their parents. They want to show off.
Not when they don't consider you their parent.
What?
Did you ever once praise her?
She never did anything praiseworthy.
How can you expect to be treated as a parent when you've done nothing but neglect her? It's really disturbing how you don't get it. I guess that's why you're comfortable committing fraud, too.
Fraud?
Serves you right. I hope that's exactly what happens.
Why won't you help us?
Seriously? Why do you think I would help? Yes, unconditional love exists in this world, but it's built on equal human relationships. You and I were never equals. Besides, you said it yourself. I'm not your daughter.
That was...
We're strangers. That's why I won't help. My only family is my husband and brother. Stop pretending to be family when you're just a stranger.
Sarah, they've been arrested. The hospital's bankruptcy is confirmed, too.
Finally.
Are you okay?
Better than okay.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming.
Yes, it has, Tom.
What is it?
About the promise.
Sarah, I did this because I wanted to. Yeah, I made a promise to you, but I would have done the same thing even without it.
The promise you made to me, that you'd make our parents suffer as much as they made me suffer, that promise kept me alive. Honestly, I thought I'd feel empty after the revenge was complete, but surprisingly, nothing's changed.
You're right. Nothing's changed. We're still us.
Thank you, Tom. Back then, you kept me alive with that promise and stopped me from killing myself. That's why I was able to get married today, because you stopped me and gave me hope for the future.
I still remember that night clearly when I found you stood on that balcony. I've never been more scared.
You saved me.
When I saw you in your wedding dress, I remembered that time when you were trying to jump from the balcony. I was desperate then. I would have said anything, done anything to save you. But I started hating our parents on my own even before you did or said anything. Their fake smiles while claiming to love me so much, not even noticing how shallow it all was. It made me sick. I started wanting revenge for my own sake. So this revenge is my sin. I don't care if society judges me for calling out my own parents.
I won't let you carry that alone.
What?
The burden isn't just yours. You know, when we were walking down the aisle, I remembered that time too. Your words saved me when you were crying, begging me to live. So I decided, if there's any sin in this revenge, I'll share it with you, because we're siblings. After their arrest, our parents faced overwhelming debt from tax evasion payments, compensation to workplace harassment victims, and the hospital's bankruptcy. Even after their release, they'll spend the rest of their lives paying it back. With their fraud exposed, they can never work as doctors again. Their lives are over perfectly describes their fate. Meanwhile, I continue working at the clinic. It's actually booming now. Both my brother and I are kept busy with work. Though it can be tiring, our biggest source of worry is gone, and our hearts feel so much freer. My brother and I have finally started living our own lives, and now we couldn't be happier about that.